Hi there. This week is about preparing your project proposal. And the first thing you need is a clear research question. You probably already have topics that interest you from the films you've been coding, perhaps something like gender, class, conflict, justice, national identity, soft power, or particular countries, or maybe particular genres. But a topic isn't yet a research question. In this pod, we're going to work through how to turn that initial interest into a focused, manageable, and researchable international relations question using the evidence available on our Netflix database. The first step is distinguishing between a topic and a research question. Korean Netflix films might be something you're interested in, but it doesn't tell us what you want to know about them. Likewise, gender in Netflix gives us a broad area of interest, but not yet something we can investigate systematically. A research question turns that interest into a problem that requires analysis. Notice the examples here begin with how. We're not simply asking which themes appear or how many films contain something. We want to understand how global politics is represented. So take your topic and ask yourself, what is it about this topic that I actually want to know? So that's the beginning of your research question. The next test is whether you've developed an international relations research question. We're using films as our evidence, but this isn't primarily a film studies project. We're interested in what these films can tell us about global politics. That might involve power, authority, conflict, cooperation, identity, inequality, political order, soft power, platform power, like I'm researching, or another political problem. So, if you're proposing to compare Korean and Australian films, for example, I need to know what you're comparing and why it matters politically. The question at the bottom of this slide, what will answering my question tell us about global politics, is a very useful test. If I answer this research question, what will I know about global politics that I don't already know before? If you can't answer that yet, keep refining the question. The final step is matching your question to the evidence we actually have. This is where the database becomes important. You can compare films by country, by year, or by genre, or you can investigate patterns in political themes, in worldviews, values, conflict resolution, and power relations. You can look at characters and settings, and you can then return to individual films for closer analysis. But don't design a project that requires evidence you don't have. For example, our database can tell you how films represent political ideas. It can't tell you what millions of Netflix viewers thought about those films. And keep the scale realistic. You don't need to analyze hundreds of films. A carefully selected group of films that allows you to answer a focused question can make a much stronger project. So before you move to pod 2, write your current research question in one sentence. Then test it against these 4 criteria. Is it focused? Is it researchable? Is it an IR question? And is it manageable? In pod 2, we'll take that question and build the research design around it. I'm Diane Coleman. Thanks for watching.